That actually looks melted there. That's been overheating, that. Oh, there's some fuck pottery's been going on here. Brand new kitchen install. You can see they've done this from below, haven't they? That's the new plasterboard and that's the old plasterboard ceiling. They must have smashed the plasterboard ceiling from below to get to this. They've done this and then overboarded it. I'm here because the client has had the kitchen done and he's not too pleased with the work. He's a bit concerned. So a bit of inspection. I noticed it's the same with the lighting connection, so I'll show you that in a minute. So I'll try and sort this out. And also while I'm here, they want a new supply, dedicated supply for the boiler. So sort this out. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. But a new dedicated supply for the boiler. I need to run back to the boiler, from the boiler to the consumer unit in the garage. I might even drag a leg with me to split this up. Because the whole house is on one ring final and the kitchen guys just tagged onto it. And it would have been nice of them to have put in a separate circuit. And I know, don't get me wrong, I know that, you know, it's not in the plan, it's not what they quoted for, but if I was a spark and I come to quote it, the whole house is on one ring final, the client told them that they've had issues with it tripping, I would have dragged in a circuit, you know, all the way back to the consumer unit. So I might do that. It just pisses me off, stuff like this. And I think that's a poor connection. That I think it's stranded. Or maybe not. I think it's stranded cable, and it's a piss poor connection. You can see it's overheated. It's such piss poor fucking standards. Anyway, let's crack on. See if I do some magic. Also, why have we got joins in brand new cables? Why have we got joins in brand new cables? This is a brand new kitchen done a few months ago. And the client's just rang me to say he's got concerns about it as he spotted a couple of things. That's why have we got joins in brand new cables? I don't fucking get it. Why would you do that? Anyway. They'd have been better. They'd have been wiser to have used Wagos and lever type style on this type of conductor, but oh well, I'll fix it now. Look at it, you can already see it's not gone all the way in. The cable's not gone all the way into the ideal connection. Look at that. That's exactly what's caused that to melt. Limp-wristed fucktards. Should have used a Wago or something like that on stranded stuff, because it'll clamp down, not a push-in one. Right, I just briefly turned the circuit back on when I connected straight through the old stranded cabling. There was one leg of the ring finder was there and one leg was there. I've just done a link between. It is a ring final between the two old cables. So I'm going to put Wago box on there, and that powers up all the old part of the house. And then what I'm left with is these two here, which is part of the new kitchen. Well, it is. All these three cables do the new kitchen. There's about 6 sockets. So I'm going to drag a 2.5mm from here back to the consumer unit. In fact, I might even check if there's a ring final between those two. If they've kept it a ring, then I might send a ring final from here back to the consumer unit instead. But yeah, that's one thing sorted. So I've got a ring final connection for these two, test out as a ring, but this one is a spur off of the ring final, but it actually does about 4 double sockets. So unfortunately I can't run two 2.5s back to the consumer unit and put it on a 32 amp for the kitchen. So I'm gonna have to put it on a 20 amp radial. So I've got a Hager box. I'm gonna put them in, these 3 in there, and then one new one today into the 4th connection and run that back to the consumer unit. It's such a shame because this actually does, so the old ring final, I'll secure the boxes in a minute, that just does the old house. This does all the kitchen, the brand new kitchen. So it's a shame that I can't put on a ring final because they've also got an oven on. Thank you. There you are. Now, in this arrangement, I've got to drill through into the porch flat roof. Oh, I've done some bonding, gas bonding down there. And then I can rod along, all the way along the flat roof. And the fuse board, or the consumer unit, is in just about, just about there. So awkward one, it's external to the house, which is annoying, but we'll get it done. Right then. So you push the chain down into that cavity. I'll have a little flick around. Oh, I'm afraid I'm going to lose my gooseneck. You want me to grab you an extra rod? Yeah, well, yeah, perhaps I should, because I feel I'm definitely going to drop that down the cavity.
If I just grab you like a yellow one.
Right, so I'm trying to get from this bedroom under the floor into this flat roof cavity and then straight along there. But there's a cavity wall there, which means the cable is being pushed under the floor. It's dropping straight down into that cavity. So let's see if Supercam can find the magnet and Oh, stay there. I can see it. You're just there, right. Stay there, stay there. Stay there. Fucking beautiful. I have indeed got it. Don't use it every day. And I've not got the CK one. I don't know what that one's about. Don't know how good that one is. But this one, the Super Rod one, the Supercam, is fucking brilliant. It's relatively not that expensive. Do you know what I mean? For a little camera. The Ferret was good, but this is great with all the extra features on it. But just a decent fucking tool that gets you out of trouble. Because that cable was just flopping down. I couldn't quite get my gooseneck round, but with the camera, and I couldn't quite see it. Well, the gooseneck would probably get round, but I couldn't quite see it. So having the gooseneck, having the camera on the end of the gooseneck meant I could see where I was aiming for, and get the magnet onto the chain. So fuck yeah, go Super Rod. Oh yeah, I got it. There we go. Beautiful. So now I've got the cables to that side of the porch. I'm going to, which I told the client when he did this, because he did all this ceiling, leave an access panel, because it's going to be a fucking pain in the future if you ever want to add stuff too, as per what I'm doing today. Send my rod in all the way along and then into the garage, and that's where I've done the concealment unit a couple of years ago now. Tails and whatnot, all that business. And then I've got two 20 amp RCBOs, one for the boiler, one for the new kitchen radial. Yeah, let's get and do that. Right, get that on. There's the new boiler supply. I'm going to disconnect it out of there. They've had the boiler relocated up into the loft. And that's another reason I'm here, is that I told them that there's one ring final that does the whole house, and they're worried about when it trips, or if it trips, or when it has tripped before, they lose the heating as well. So as I was investigating this kitchen fucktoolery, I said I'll run in a 2.5 back to the consumer unit. So I'm going to disconnect that flex out of that fuse connection unit there, which currently is just zip tied to that pipe and goes into the boiler in the loft. And fuse spur in the loft with flex outlet, dedicated supply right there back to the consumer unit. Always prefer that. Right, so this is all done. You all thought he's never going to fix those Wago boxes, he's never going to put cable tie on. Of course I am. Proper job. I use those Wago like little clip things, which criminal really, they should just sell them with a box. Go buy them separately at TLC. There we go, I've labelled them up. Circuit 1, house sockets. Circuit 6 is the kitchen sockets, which is now a 20 amp supply from the consumer unit. Washing machine socket spurs, and then that's actually like a ring final, just for future reference if I come back or another spark comes here. I think the owner's going to speak to the builder / Sparky about what I found, and I don't know, whatever happens there. Make sure most stuff looks alright. It's a shame that it's just that one little link to make the ring. I couldn't pull the slack on that one and that one, so it's a shame it's just one little stub of cable. But as in, cable ties fixed, secured, and now forward back. Job's a good one.